Hello guys, so this is how I've made $373 in 1 hour and 12 minutes straight in NASDAQ. As you can see, I was going to straddle method everything on CPI today. However, I didn't have a contract, and so I didn't straddle method these two. And so I only did this one. However, something happened and I think I closed the trade too early. And so instead of passing in one go, I only made 500 profits, which is awful for a straddle method. But yeah, I don't know what happened here. So other than that, these two accounts, I didn't trade this one. These two accounts went on a roller coaster of things. Actual insanity, and I'm going to show you guys what happened to these two accounts. So basically, this is not like a green day, it's more of a break-even day because I'm betting 1.5k on these two. And this positive is basically just because of the straddle. So I wouldn't consider this a positive day, honestly. But let's see it, basically. So this day was actually a whipsaw on both sides. So my initial idea from the day, let's go over top-down approach, okay? So we had the daily, and the previous day, basically, we respected 50% of this level and this current previous daily order block. So I was bullish on the day. Before this session opened, we had tapped into a 4-hour gap right here. As we can see, this beautiful 4-hour gap. And we were already doing like bullish order flow, took liquidity here as well, and then we started going up. So my idea for the day opening was that this would be respected and that we would go up. That was basically it. Very simple. Where is the thing that I can draw? Yeah, so I was waiting for this to go back up. And so I did trade here. This was one of my losses. And so I put 1.5k. I risked 1.5k on this trade. And so I'm doing a 1 hour. I've settled. I think I prefer 1 hour for prop firms. You get faster, get better win rates. You're more consistent, less stress, less things to manage, and you just risk more. I'm okay with risking more. I prefer just having something more consistent on at least the profit taking side. Okay, so I entered on this setup right here. Okay, and my stop loss was here. Why not the lows? I have been trying to improve my stop losses. Okay, and so let's imagine for a second we are bullish. The 4-hour is bullish. The daily is bullish. The 1 hour is also bullish. The 15 minutes is bullish. And the 1 minute just took liquidity at open and closed above again. And so we do not really expect price to go back here. Like, why would price ever go back here? I actually didn't put stop loss right here. Like, by mistake, I put on this low right here. But this would be the actual optimum stop loss. So we agree that if price takes this one, and price does take this one as well. So an optimum stop loss would be this, and so I've improved my trade, right? Usually this would be in my trade, and the EV for this trade to get back to target is so big, and so overall, I would say as a process-oriented person, today was a good day, at least in this improvement right here. So I've lost 1.5k on this trade, so right here I'm down 1.5k. And then the market starts closing down and starts invalidating everything. One thing that I didn't notice, somebody told me, my friend told me, is that we were in previous daily high, right? And we have been actually rejecting the highs very aggressively the last few days. And so right here, this would be a bad trade in the terms that we are in a low EV area, right? So this is a low. We do have everything aligned, yes. The order flow in the 1 minute is beautiful, yes. But we are in the previous daily high, and we do not know yet if we are breaking above or continuing to continue this pattern, breaking above, or continuing this cycle. This cycle of rejecting the highs. Correct? So basically, a friend of mine did not take a trade here because of this. I did. I didn't even consider that, and that's something you have to consider. Like, if we're in a high probability stage area, and we are currently having a pattern that every day we are reacting aggressively on highs, right? We're reacting on highs, reacting on highs, reacting on highs. Like, every time we go on highs, we sell like hell. So this should be like an area where I'm not really, unless we start breaking above it, Well, yes, but if we're not, like, I don't want to really be doing business here. And so the second trade was not really a good trade. It was not a model trade. It did not have a 15-minute gap. It was more of an intuition kind of thing, because I expected, like, if we are closing below this, then this is the target, clearly, right? Okay. So this is predetermined. But if price goes back here, right, I wouldn't want short price here, because, like, if I'm bullish on a hard time frame and price sweeps the lows and then goes back up, then what I would prefer is to, like, something to short higher, right? So shorting long higher, sorry. So I wouldn't want to short here. So for me to have a trade, I would need for price to go back down to create a gap here, and then long retest, and then long to the highs, right? This would be the perfect thing. And so what I realized was when we took these lows, right? I wasn't at the desk. I had taken the day already off, but then I saw this beautiful price action where we sweep these lows, we close above this gap, and we have this clear level right here. And I understood here that with this kind of energy, that we would at least go to here, and this would be a 1-to-1 RR for me. So this was like more of a retroactive trade. It was not very model trade. It was not very good in terms of process. And so in this case, it was not a good decision, I would say, long term. But yeah, we did sweep liquidity. We were in the 4-hour gap. We did sweep lows. We reacted very aggressively to this gap right here, to this level, to this accumulation, and we inverted it very aggressively. I realized that we might retest the 15-minute gap. This was already the 15-minute gap was, and it was a 1-to-1 RR until there, close to there or something like that, I think. Yeah, exactly. And so I decided, actually my entry was lower, something like this. And so I decided that this was like a very high probability trade, and I took it. But I shouldn't do this often. This is like going with my will, and that's not good for trading. Other than that, I think the perfect setup for the day. This was like a horrible day in terms of price action, but the perfect setup would have been this one, which would be basically a tap here on the 15-minute gap. We then close below. We have a retest right here, and then a 1R right here. This would be the perfect setup. 15-minute tap. This stop loss at this high right here. Why would we put it this high if we're already we're bearish? We are reacting to a 15-minute gap. We're doing order flow. We have this level right here. Like, what would be the point to put on this high instead of this high, right? This trade would have been instantly take profit, by the way, right here, 1R, like instant. So yeah, I would say overall it's not a very good day. My accounts are not good, but actually not bad, I would say, but they need to get done until Friday. So I mean, they're either gonna get good or gonna get bad, honestly. Kind of sick of these accounts. I don't like being timetabled because of time restrictions. And so yeah, that's basically the price action for today and what we did. What's the best trade of the day? What I've probably done better. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Week 2 is going to take a bit longer. I've had some stuff in the family, and I'm really not being creative at the moment. I have no ideas. And those videos, I just had the ideas come to me. And so I'll just I have like mostly the script and the edits and everything done. And like what's the idea behind the video, but how to like implement them, I'm going to take my time, honestly. But I'm not abandoning it. I'm going to, instead of week 2, I'm going to call it episode 2. Probably going to come out in like a week or two. Like, you guys will know when it's coming out. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Or not, if there's no trades.